Hangulatos.
Dear brothers and sisters, we warmly welcome you.
Kedves testvérek és testvérnők, nagyon nagy szeretettel üdvözlünk benneteket.
We have been looking forward to being with you in this special event.
Már nagyon vártuk, hogy végre együtt legyünk veletek ezen a különleges eseményen.
We hope you have made new friends and tasted Hungarian delicacies. Did you enjoy them?
Bízunk benne, hogy már sikerült új barátokat szereznetek, és megkóstolodok a finom magyaros ízeket. Reméljük íz lett.
So in September 2023, we received wonderful news. Hungary had been selected as one of the 13 countries to host a special convention.
2023. szeptemberében igazán nagyszerű hírt kaptunk, hiszen Magyarország lett egyik annak a 13 országnak, amely különleges kongresszus szervezhet.
But when you heard your assigned country is Hungary, maybe the first thing you did was to check where it is on the map. Hungary. Where is this country? What? No results in the search? Oh, yeah, the problem is you wrote Hungary, but not Hungary.
Amikor megtudtátok, hogy Magyarországra jöttek, biztosan rákerestetek az interneten, hogy hol is van ez a kis ország a térképen. És lehet, hogy az történt, hogy azt írta az internet, hogy nincs találat. Ó, mi történt? De aztán rájöttek, ó, egy betűt elírtunk, és már minden rendben van.
Maybe you're thinking about what's the culture like in Hungary, and what's the ministry like here?
És lehet, hogy olyan kérdések is felmerültek bennetek, hogy vajon milyen lehet itt a kultúra, és hogy megy vajon a szolgálat.
Today you will get answers to all these questions.
Ez az este választ fog adni mindezekre a kérdésekre.
But first of all, please note the following announcement.
Mindezek előtt kérünk benneteket, hogy vegyétek figyelembe a következő bejelentést.
You are free to make recordings of the program for your personal use. However, sound or video transmission via cell phones or other devices is not allowed. Please do not publish your recordings or distribute them in any form. Thank you for adhering to these guidelines.
A programról szabad felvételt készíteni saját használatra. Azonban nem megengedett a mobiltelefonos vagy a videó közvetítés. A személyes felvételeiteket kérjük ne tegyétek közzé, és semmilyen formában ne terjesszétek azokat. Köszönjük, hogy ragaszkodtok ehhez az útmutatáshoz.
Next, we would like to bring to your attention a short reminder from the teaching committee. Then we would like to say a prayer.
Továbbá szeretnénk nektek felolvasni egy rövid emlékeztetőt, ami a tanítói bizottságtól érkezett. Ezt követően pedig egy imát fog.
Thank you, Brother Günther.
Köszönjük, Günther testvér!
Well, let's see what's in store for us for tonight.
Tehát, lássuk, mit tartogat számunkra ma este.
In the first part of the evening, we will get an idea of what was it like to serve Jehovah in the early years of the 1900s. And then we will see how Jehovah has been supporting Jehovah's servants until today.
A program első felében bepillantást fogunk nyerni abba, hogy milyen volt Jehovát szolgálni egészen az 1900-as évek elejétől, és azt is látni fogjuk, hogy Jehova hogyan áldotta meg a hűséges testvéreket egészen napjainkig.
After that, we will all put on our imaginary dancing shoes, and of course at the end of the evening we will all sing together.
Ezt követően felvesszük a jelképes táncipőinket, és persze a közös éneklés sem maradhat el.
So, special performances are awaiting us that will bring smiles to our faces, or sometimes even move us to tears.
Szóval nagyon különleges produkciók várnak ma ránk, amelyek biztosan mosolyt fognak az arcunkra csalni, de biztosan a könnyekig is meg fogunk hatódni.
But there's a question. Are you ready for an unforgettable experience?
Készen álltok a felejthetetlen élményekre?
So let the show begin!
Szóval kezdődjön a műsor!
Dear brothers and sisters, we are pleased to be with you on this special evening. We hope you felt some of the excitement of the Hungarian brothers and sisters, this big family, who have been so looking forward to welcoming you. We'd like you to get to know a bit more about the history of this family. What challenges and joy these brothers experienced in order to be able to pass on the truths as heritage to the next generation. What efforts did they make so that we can be here today and freely worship our God, Jehovah. We'd like to share this with you now. By the end of the 1800s, the Hungarian society was hugely divided. There were those with immense wealth and those who lived in extreme poverty. The so-called cave dwellings as well as palaces were just as much as part of the face of Budapest as the luxurious cafes and community kitchens. The whole area of the country was divided between 30 landlords. There was only a small number of middle and working class. Most of the population lived in poverty and exploitation, either toiling in the fields or serving the rich. Over a million of them immigrated to North America to escape the poverty. This is where our history begins. It was a humble beginning, a bit like the distinctive bird of the Hungarian plains, the skylark. Although small in size, its song can be heard from far away. It's similar to the arrival of the first messenger of the truth in Hungary. The Zionist Watchtower, May 15, 1898 issue published the following about the unknown Canadian brother. We are saying goodbye to one of our dear brothers who is making his way back to his motherland, Hungary, to share the good news with his fellow. In that year, the Jews arrived in Hungary, which was then a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. By 1909, there were over 1,000 Hungarian subscribers of Watchtower in North America. Among them were Andrásné Benedek, who returned to Hungary to spread the truth in 1908, and Károly Szabó and József Kiss, who returned in 1912. Many followed, and their efforts soon bore fruit with 42 groups throughout the country. 100 attended an assembly. Following the First World War, the Austro-Hungarian Empire collapsed. In 1920, Hungary lost 72% of its territory and 64% of its population. 32% of Hungarians now found themselves living in surrounding countries behind newly established borders. We will focus on only the theocratic progress within the newly formed Hungary. The city of Kolozsvár, where the original headquarters had been, now found itself under Romanian jurisdiction. This complicated matters for the brothers. Despite this, 160 attended 1922 memorial observance. In 1924, the society built an office and printery in Kolozsvár. There, during the year alone, 222,075 volumes of books and 172,000 copies of magazines were printed. This was an outstanding achievement noticed by one of the newspapers at that time. The article said, "There is no other printery with such modern equipment. Our distribution activity is in comparison to that of the Bible students." In 1925, the government withdrew its permission to distribute our literature. Therefore, it became necessary to publish the magazines under periodically changing titles, such as Christian Pilgrim and Gospel. Later, a magazine for those who believe in the blood of Christ. And finally, Golden Age. Eventually, the German branch in Magdeburg took over the oversight of the work in Hungary. Here too, the situation worsened when Hitler came to power. Many brothers and sisters had to leave Germany. Among them was Martin Pötzinger, who had already spent a year in Bulgaria and now moved to Hungary. Years later, he became a member of the governing body. As the German brothers didn't speak Hungarian, they used testimony cards while preaching in Budapest amongst other locations. The photos from 1930s provide a glimpse into a happy, carefree life of Budapest before the troubles began. As fascism took hold in Hungary, the political and religious powers restricted the preaching work. They put the witnesses under scrutiny and launched slanderous campaigns against them. Since military and political leaders viewed the objection of military service as a dangerous idea, in 1939 an order was issued to terminate the operation of sects which endangered the interests of national defense. Witnesses were brought to trial, sent to internment camps, and sentenced to prison or forced labor abroad. They were accused of being foreign agents, going against the regime and the nation. The regime wanted to eliminate everything that the witnesses represented. Our sisters were imprisoned in women's prison run by the nuns. Unfortunately, they were particularly known for their cruelty. It was not without danger that the brothers stuck to their faith and continued to preach. Let us see how they coped in those days. People in this historical review are not fictional characters. They are partly identical to real people. Episodes are also based on real-life events. Let's take a look at those events as recollected as a sister remembers it.
This is also Jehovah. She is appealing against the sentence to imprison her. Bring her in.
Do you know why you were convicted in the first place, Mrs. Tokac?
I know, Your Honor, because I said that Europe would lose the war.
And how can you be so sure, Mrs. Tokac?
Because the Bible says, Your Honor, that humans cannot prevent wars. The Bible is not about Europe, but refers to the whole world.
Is that why they reported you? Because you quoted the Bible?
The local priest wanted to stop me from preaching because he claims that only he has the right to do so. He said he has as much sense in his little finger as I do in my head.
Really? And what did you say to that?
That the problem is that it's in his little finger and not in his head. He then threatened to take me away.
Take her out.
Priest and his little finger.
The same was true of others too, and they taught this lesson to their children and grandchildren. Some years later, Ilonka, the daughter of Sister Tokac, was just as resourceful as her mother.
Look, this is also one of those Bible preachers.
Good day, madam. Have you seen a woman in a black scarf passing this way?
Good day, officers. Now that you ask, I did see one.
Could you describe her?
I can't remember her face because she was in a hurry, but her scarf is black.
Now tell me where she went.
Well, she went on to that street, right there by the chestnut tree.
Get going and find that woman.
You'll end up in big trouble if you try to make fools out of the police.
Unexpected situations often call for ingenuity, and our brothers never lacked this trait. Cautious as serpents, and yet innocent as doves. Right, sisters? Although there was a short period of freedom between 1945 and 1948, in 1947 even a convention was held, after that a ban and persecution came again. Our brothers went through much tribulation. They experienced that the angel of Jehovah camps all around those fearing him. In Hungary, witnesses held their meetings in private homes. They used weddings and funerals to hold assembly programs. In the 50s, one memorial was one such occasion where Ilonka was present. At that time, she already had 2 little sons, Peter and his younger brother, Gábor. When the police became aware of the event, local political leaders sent few men to intrude during the meeting.
Yes, got it. We're on our way. Go to the given address. Let's break up their meeting. That will give them something to commemorate. Get going.
What on earth has happened?
This is just what we need. Hurry up and fix it. This cannot be happening. I thought you repaired that time.
But Commander, this is another tire.
Soldiers! Caprica, come over here, please. Peggy, give me your hand.
Don't be afraid, Ilonka. We have nothing to worry about. Calm the boys down.
Which of you is the organizer here? Come forward.
Good evening. I'm Janos Kisper.
Come on, don't you people have anything better to do? Because of your religion, I had to repair 3 flat tires before we even got out of Egger.
Enjoy while the going's good. We're bringing you all in for questioning. Get a move on.
Was this turn of events just by accident? Those present were confident that it was not, by any means. Our brothers took a firm stand for their faith, not just as a community, but also individually. In those days, conscientious objectors were sent to prison. The 2 sons of Sister Ilonka took this stand too. Let us recall the co-trier of older one, Peter.
Defendant Peter Siglaggy, why did you refuse military service? Why don't you want to be a soldier?
Because of my Bible-trained conscience, I object to military service.
This excuse is not acceptable here. Bring us some proof.
Your Honor, I am the proof.
What does that mean?
After the war, the Nazis had to be brought to justice because of their cruelty during the war. But one of the defendants tried to excuse himself by saying that he was only following orders.
What does this have to do with anything?
Well, the judges had asked him, why didn't you listen to your conscience? I am here today, standing in front of you, Your Honor, because I listened to my conscience.
This is a completely different thing.
But if during the Nuremberg trial the court didn't accept the argument of the war criminals that they'd only followed orders, then how could you convict somebody who refuses the military service by listening to his conscience?
The court has reached its decision. This is the verdict. Instead of a 3-year prison sentence, the defendant is given 3 years in a detention center. Take the prisoner back to the pre-detention facility to wait for transfer.
Brothers took a stand for their faith individually, but did they have to endure alone? What happened to Peter while in the prison?
Good morning to you all. I'm Peter Siklay. Would this be my bed?
Yes. The bedding and the blanket are under the pillow. The roll call and the room checks will be at 9 in the evening. It has to be made by then.
And we share the table.
Thank you very much. Is there anywhere to keep my personal items?
Every prisoner gets a bed and a locker. Locker 2, next to the wall, is empty.
Please forgive me. I must have misunderstood. This cannot be my locker. It's full.
Really? It's definitely locker 2 that's empty. What's in it?
Well, there are some cans and soap. I can see a chocolate bar, and papers and a pencil. And there are some other small items here as well.
Trust me, this is locker number 2, and it's yours. And everything in the locker is also yours. We cannot give a lot, but it's given with love. You know, my brother, this is how we do it here. It's very good for the new brothers to know right from the beginning that we are a family here.
Are you a witness too? And you too? Are you brothers? How can I thank you for this?
Trust me, you won't be the last one to get a prison sentence for his faith. Soon others will come, new brothers. Then you'll be able to give them something too.
In prison, the brothers were in desperate need of spiritual food and meetings that would help them endure and maintain their unity. They often felt Jehovah's support. Nearly every one of them can recall situations that were unexplainable from a human standpoint. Let us see what happened to Gabor, who was in prison for his faith some years after his brother Peter.
Do you have the memorial emblems?
Here's the wine. And here's the bread.
Oh, is that you, Gabor? It's so good that you could come too.
Yes, we were able to arrange it with the man on duty.
Each one of us is here. Gabor, you'll be the lookout.
Guard!
You have no chance to get back to your cell. Stay here.
Open the next one.
They're getting closer. They're 3 cells away from us.
Jehovah, please help your servants. We ask you in the name of Jesus Christ.
We're done. Leave the last one. Let's go. I have a good balinka up in the office. Why not come and have a drink? Haha, why didn't you say so before?
They're gone. They are really gone.
Jehovah has been with us again.
Let's pray.
We do not need any explanation, do we? Most of our brothers and sisters in prison had families at home, parents, marriage mates, children. Their life was not easy either, but they faithfully supported their imprisoned family members and took care of their responsibilities while they were away. Besides, they lived their everyday lives, encouraged one another, and eagerly looked forward to seeing those in prison. Many witness families have memory of those occasions. What were they like?
EH3883, you have a visitor. KB9996, you have a visitor. EH7055, you have a visitor.
This is not going through. Forbidden items. You can pick it up on the way out.
DA6883, you have a visitor. EH6939, you have a visitor.
My dear, here is the typed-up watchtower. Thank you, Mom. did you get that idea from, sweetheart?
Grandma said that Daddy needs to be brave like Daniel.
Ah, I see. Yes, Daddy has to be brave. But there will be no lions, and we won't see the angel there either. But we too will need to be very brave.
Even me?
Of course, even you.
What do you mean?
We mustn't tell anyone the secret of what is hiding in the sponge cake. This is our very big secret.
The commander wants you in the office. Hurry, I'll check that. Go ahead. Quickly, we haven't got all day.
EG 7608, you have a visitor.
Time's up.
Won't this get them into trouble? What will they do to them? Lock them up?
This response was to arguers. Some really opposed the witnesses, harassing them, just like they were taught. However, a few of them, even some high-ranking officials, were touched by the faith of our brothers, and they sympathized with them.
When will you be released?
In 6 days, Mr. Chief Sergeant.
Siglai, I would like to ask you something, and please be honest.
I will try, Mr. Chief Sergeant.
For 20 years since I was transferred here, I've watched Jehovah's Witnesses coming from visitation, come back from furlough, come in every day from work. Their parcels and letters are scanned. We have barely found a few Bibles over the years. And if we took one from them, somehow they got 5 in its place. So how is this possible?
Mr. Chief Sergeant, I honestly don't know how the Bible got in the quarters. But what I do know for sure is that in order for us to endure to the end, we need faith. And for our faith, we need the Bible. Jehovah knows this very well.
All right, Gabor. We understand each other. But before you leave, empty the secret warehouse above my office.
I don't know anything about that, Mr. Chief Sergeant.
Come on, Gabor. If this attic were torn down now, all those Bibles would cause them to be put to death. I've known about your warehouse for a while, but I've never made a big deal out of it. I'm only telling you this now because I'm going to retire in 6 months, and who knows who will come after me. And I have a boss too. Was this ideology worth the sacrifice?
We do not serve an ideology, but the living God, Mr. Chief Sergeant, and he never forgets those who serve him.
Jehovah never forgets those who work for his name to be sanctified. We greatly appreciate the efforts and sacrifices of those brothers and sisters. Their boldness and loyalty will always be remembered, just like the way our God Jehovah cared for them.
My dearest mother.
My dear boy, are you back with us?
Gabor!
Christy Cam, my precious little girl.
Who is this man, Mommy?
Christy came. We used to call him on your little phone every evening, so you know who he is. Can you tell me?
Daddy?
Look how much Daddy's little girl has grown. Did you draw this beautiful picture?
I drew this for you, Daddy. This is a small railway. We'll go on a train trip together, right, Mommy? All 3 of us. And we'll eat cotton candy. Won't we, Daddy? Just like you promised?
We will, my little angel. We'll go together.
We've made it through the prison academy, brother.
We are finally free, but I am really looking forward to the great liberation, when the whole world is free.
During the 80s, the pressure from the government gradually eased off. From 1984, the brothers started negotiating the right to hold Christian meetings. As a result, in 1986, a district convention was organized. Although no official permission was given by the authorities, they turned a blind eye and didn't raise any issues. In 1987, the governing body joined the negotiations to gain freedom of worship for the witnesses. Finally, on June 27, 1989, the authorities lifted the ban and religious freedom was granted. Jehovah God had blessed the effort and perseverance of the faithful brothers. The months after the ban was lifted, yes, just 1 month after, 9,073 attended the Godly Devotion District Convention. The following year, conventions were held not only in Budapest, but in 4 other major Hungarian cities. During the decades of persecution and ban, the good news and the true worship were safely carried through by the brothers' strong faith and endurance all the way up to 1990, when a law came into effect that everyone has the right to freedom of conscience and religion. In 1991, more than 11,000 publishers preached the good news in Hungary. This increase also meant that the circuit overseers, as you can imagine, didn't really get bored. We can especially bear in mind that because of their secular job, they only had 2 weekends to serve the congregations. However, there was a big and helpful change from February 1991, and the circuit overseers would then spend the whole week with the brothers. This year was a milestone in the history of the witnesses in Hungary, as the first ever international convention was held in Budapest with 40,601 participants from 35 countries. The Hungarian Brotherhood received some extra help. Graduates of the year 1991 and 1992 of the Ministerial Training School from Germany arrived, as well as Gilead graduates from the USA and missionaries from Canada. Another highlight of our history was in 1993, when the newly built battle facility in Cherkut Street was dedicated. For many years, the kingdom work in Hungary had been under the supervision of other branches until 1994, when Hungary became a separate branch. During these times, the congregations held the meetings in rented halls in schools or community centers. However, when the regional building committee were set up, the construction of kingdom halls soon sped up. In May 1994, the first quick-built kingdom hall was constructed and opened in Erd near Budapest. By the end of 1995, 23 kingdom halls had been built. This dynamic progress became evident in other areas as well. In 1994, during a period of merely 9 months, 401 of our brothers and sisters attended the Pioneer School. During the summer of 1996, there was an unexpected turn of events. Again, Budapest had the opportunity to host yet another international convention. The Orthodox Church in Romania put pressure on the government to cancel the Messengers of Godly Peace convention that was scheduled to be held in Bucharest. The authorities withdrew the permits only 3 weeks before the arranged date of the convention. Therefore, several thousand delegates attended the convention in Budapest. Our brothers truly proved themselves to be the messengers of godly peace. We reached another milestone in 1997 when this assembly hall with the education center was built and dedicated. We held the graduation of the first class of the Ministerial Training School here in November 1999, and in recent years the classes for the School for Kingdom Evangelizers are organized in this education center. Despite the many joyful events, we experienced difficulties too. There was a huge flood in Transcarpathia, Ukraine in 1998, and only a few years after that, Hungary's two major rivers burst their banks, flooding the surrounding towns. Many of our brothers suffered because of these disasters, but the Brotherhood didn't leave them without support. They received not only comfort, but a lot of practical help too, including the restoration of every home that had been damaged by the flood. Jehovah poured out his rich blessings on the Hungarian brothers in 2003 too. By the month of May, the construction of the new branch office had been completed. Altogether, 13,741 volunteers took part in the building work. Delegates from 22 countries arrived for the dedication ceremony. The atmosphere was really fantastic. You can believe me. And this is not the end of the story. In July, during our 4-day international convention, yes, your calculation is correct. We are talking about the third one, in Hungarian. The new word translation of the Holy Scriptures was released. The delighted crowd of 40,000 participants applauded with great joy. The number of congregations kept increasing, but not only the Hungarian-speaking ones. In 2008, we had 37 foreign language groups, and by now several of these groups have become congregations. We have come to the end of this family photo album, and the memories on its pages brought some tears to our eyes at times, I'm sure, but also smiles to your faces. I hope you enjoyed seeing how Jehovah blessed the small beginnings in this little country where life wasn't without difficulties, but where history brought rainfalls of tragedies. Jehovah opened his floodgates to rich spiritual increase and blessings. We have seen so many changes, but experienced so much more joy. You can clearly see the fulfillment of Isaiah's words in this corner of the world too. Instead of copper, Jehovah brought in gold, and instead of iron, silver. Well, you are getting to know our family a little bit better. Perhaps you saw the resourcefulness, endurance, and unfailing love of our brothers. But we also hope that during this week you will experience our warm hospitality too. However, this colorful picture wouldn't be complete if we didn't show you some of our talents too, and to see us having fun, joy, and love. We would like to show you this in the following program. Please, our dear guests, brothers, sisters, join us now, because this is the time to dance and the time to laugh.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Wow, ez igazán gyönyörű volt. Nagyon szépen köszönjük.
And now we are moving on to our next performance, where you will get to know some very cute young ones.
És már haladunk is tovább. A következő produkciók során meg fogtok ismerkedni néhány nagyon cuki fiatallal.
We are curious what they have prepared for us. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Lássuk, mivel készültek a számunkra. Fogadjátok majd őket nagyon nagy szeretettel.
However, before meeting them, we would like to pass on to you heartfelt greetings. Let's see.
De mielőtt megismernétek őket, szeretnénk átadni számotokra egy nagyon kedves üdvözletet. Nézzétek csak!
This is me and my family. We love being a family. We love to do what families do. We can talk to each other. We can talk to Jehovah. We know He cares a lot for me.
This was absolutely beautiful, dear children. Thank you very much.
Köszönjük, drága gyerekek, ez nagyon szép volt.
How cute they are. We are very proud of them. And how about you?
Annyira aranyosak. Annyira aranyosak, mi nagyon büszkék vagyunk rájuk. Ugye ti is?
They set a fantastic mood for dancing.
Annyira jó hangulatot teremtettek, hogy legszívesebben táncra felülnénk.
Our brothers and sisters behind the non-iron curtain are just about to start doing that.
Testvéreink a függöny mögött már alig várják, hogy ezt meg is tegyék.
In the coming minutes, you will get a taste of our culture through traditional and gypsy folk music as well as dance.
A következő percekben kis kóstolót fogtok kapni a kultúránkból, a hagyományos és cigány népzene és néptánc által.
And last, in the finale, you will hear some wonderful and familiar melodies.
Végül a fináléban gyönyörű, ismerős dallamok fognak felcsendülni.
So, let's dance, have fun!
Szóval kezdődjön a tánc! Jó szórakozást!
「 see the love on each face. Out there in the world, hard to find. All these faithful friends, with the love they all show. Glad to leave that old world behind. Love never fails, that's promise. It always
with us tonight.
Nagyon köszönjük, hogy itt voltatok velünk ma este.
We hope you had a splendid time enjoying every moment of the show.
Reméljük, jól éreztétek magatokat és élveztétek a műsort.
Now we would like to say special thanks to the hundreds of brothers and sisters who contributed to this beautiful evening with their time, energy and heart.